Yo, what is going on guys? My name is TheJackSilkstone. Today I have a very quick video for you all regarding Nemesis at Alton Towers, which as we'll discuss today could be having some very major changes taking place to it as part of its retrack and reopening, which is scheduled for 2024. And of course, if you guys have watched this channel before, you'll know what else is taking place in 2024. That's right, Project Exodus, Thorpe Park's brand new roller coaster, should also be opening in that year. And I'm going to be covering it so much this year in 2023 on this channel. So be sure to subscribe to the channel for all of those updates about Thorpe Park's brand new roller coaster. But yeah, of course, today we are discussing Nemesis up at Alton Towers, which back in 2022, it was announced / discovered by the theme park community that Nemesis would be closing for the 2023 season to undergo a huge retrack project. And obviously at the end of the 2022 theme park season at Alton Towers, the ride closed in a huge marketing stunt and it was amazing. And now that we're in close season, we've obviously been seeing loads of updates from theme park YouTubers and fan pages showing different pieces of Nemesis's track being taken out and being left in the Alton Towers car park, and it's been really cool to see. And this is obviously because essentially this whole retracking project, as the name suggests, they are taking away the old Nemesis track and they're replacing it with exactly the same layout track. However, it's going to be new and it's going to be smoother when it opens. However, it could also have another very big change, and this change takes us right over the Atlantic Ocean to the United States of America, and specifically a place called the Clermont Steel Fabricators, which essentially is a factory that the roller coaster manufacturer B&M, obviously the company that originally made Nemesis, make a lot of their actual roller coaster track. Now this all started when Google Street View was updated back in November, and some very eagle-eyed enthusiasts, I don't know who to give credit to that first spotted this, spotted that outside of the factory on Google Maps is actually some roller coaster track. Now as you can see, it's all just sitting there right outside of the factory, and it very clearly is a B&M inverted roller coaster track. And obviously a lot of people in the theme park community were looking at this and they basically figured out that this is very, very likely to be Nemesis at Alton Towers' track. However, as you can see by the colour of the track in this Google Street View, it looks like a very kind of brown maroon kind of colour. And obviously the current Nemesis track is kind of like an off-white colour, big up Virgil. So a lot of people were confused as to what's going on. Some people were saying it's just the base coats that they were putting on the track that they will then add this kind of white off-white colour to on top. And yeah, this was a whole little discussion up until recently where an Instagram user by the name of adventure_jacks11, their link will be in the description, actually posted some content from the factory itself showing something very, very interesting, because the track is no longer this kind of brown maroon kind of colour, it is now black. So yeah, could this be our first sign that when Nemesis reopens, most likely in 2024, could we be seeing a major visual overhaul in which the ride itself is a different colour to what it used to be? We could now be seeing a black track rather than the previous white one. Now again, there's still a lot to discuss in regards to this, because it could just be an base layer coat of paint that they then will add the white one on top to. But as far as I'm aware, I'm not a painter by any means, but you normally have your base layer as a fairly similar colour to the one you end up with, or at least it has to be of a similar kind of shade brightness. Like if you want to paint a lighter colour, then you'd always use a relatively light base layer. However, obviously this, if it is base layer, then this is black, so you'd think that something dark is going to go on top of this black base layer. But who knows, it could be the final colour of the track. At this point it's very hard to tell, and to be honest, it's not even been confirmed anywhere that this is actually Nemesis's track. However, people have done a lot of digging and it does heavily suggest that it is, but nothing's been fully confirmed. Now another thing that heavily supports this, and big up to our friends over at Towers Times for this, absolute legends, on the closing day of Nemesis, as you can see in their photo, there were these random codes on some of the signs that were put up during the big firework display. Now if we actually search the codes on this poster into an RAL colour chart, then as you can see, if we search 905 first, the first number, then we get the colour jet black. So clearly something is lining up here with the track over in America being pure black and the code on this poster also being jet black. It's all adding up. Now, if we look at the other numbers, obviously we've got 90111. And this is a slightly off black. It's called a graphite black. But again, very similar to this kind of jet black. And then the final one, 3003. Then we actually get a ruby red color. So there we go. We've got three colors. We've got jet black, graphite black, and ruby red. So could this potentially be the new color scheme for Nemesis at Alton Towers? Could we be having this black track with maybe some graphite black details on the track and then ruby red supports? As you can see in the thumbnail for this video, I've made a little mock-up. So this is what Nemesis in 2024 could be looking like. And to be honest, I have to say, I'm a big fan. I mean, you've got to think from Alton Towers' perspective, they're spending a load of money on this retrack. And if they were to open it in exactly the same way that it closed, obviously with the same track, no really new theming or anything, then the general public, the people that are coming to Alton Towers just on a fun day out, not like us big theme park enthusiasts, they're not even going to know anything happened with Nemesis. In their mind, it was just closed for a year. They'll probably be thinking, oh, why was it closed? Was it unsafe and all of that? When that's not the case at all. So if Alton Towers are in fact changing the colour, maybe adding some theming, maybe changing up the audio a little bit in the area, then they can then advertise this ride as a whole new thing and make a big deal about it when it reopens. And obviously the average person that goes to Alton Towers will stand in Forbidden Valley and they'll now see a black and red version of Nemesis and they'll want to go and ride it again. So yeah, I'm very much all for this decision. I think it's going to look incredible and I think it's a cool visual change that obviously won't affect the ride experience or anything, but it'll definitely bring the ride into the modern age and kind of revitalize Nemesis. So yeah, very much for this. Super excited to see if this track actually is for Nemesis and obviously see what the park themselves say about it. So yeah, those are my thoughts, but of course let me know what you think about this potential huge colour change for Nemesis down in the comments below. I'm going to be reading through them and replying to you guys. And yeah, that's all from me today. As I said, be sure to subscribe for even more Alton Towers and Thorpe Park updates here on the channel. And if you have enjoyed today's video, be sure to leave a thumbs up. It really does help out. And yeah, my name is TheJackSilkstone. Thank you all so much for watching. Goodbye.
Yeah. My team front row when we jump on a train. Got the merch on, reppin' SLK. Island flex when I step through the gate. Come true fresh with the style on flames. Dripped out, now I'm vibing. Link with the boys, jump straight to the island. Silkstone flex on a wave like tidal. Style so crazy, I hit it in asylum. Everyday riding, thrill sea car, it's the way that I like it. Style so sick, yeah, we jump to the bridge, take pics with the gang, then we watch the horizon. Sun's out, so we gotta stay fresh.